Here with this week's hottest stories in the investment world, this is Zacks Friday Finish Line.
Hello and welcome to the Zacks Friday Finish Line. I am Ryan McQueeney, an associate stock strategist here at Zacks, joined as always by one of our editors, Maddy Johnson.
Hello, today is Friday, November 9th, and there's snow outside.
I don't want to talk about it.
Flurries. I don't think it's actually going to stick, as according to our meteorologist.
Oh.
But there's snow, it's cold, winter is officially here, has arrived in Chicago. Yeah.
Kind of fits what we're doing this week though, so.
That's very true.
We'll allow it.
But this week, so like you said, we're actually going to diverge from our typical format and get in the Yuletide spirit and with a whole new episode aimed at preparing you for the sure-to-be busy holiday shopping season.
Yeah, so we got to think about this topic for a number of reasons, including our collective jealousy of those who are able to snag all these cheese and wine-filled advent calendars this week. Maddie and I going back and forth about boozy advent calendars all week long. But also because one of our favorite companies here on the show, Amazon, and obviously a huge holiday shopping player, made some huge headlines this week.
Yeah, so before we get into the holiday shopping extravaganza, the Amazon-sized elephant in the room, we learned this week that Amazon is ever so close to finalizing plans for its second headquarters, HQ2, and it might end up looking a bit different than many expected.
That's right, Maddie, and that's because it seems like HQ2 is really going to end up being HQ2A and then HQ2B or whatever you want to call it, as Amazon is reportedly splitting the new offices between Long Island City in Queens, New York, and Crystal City, which is a DC suburb in Arlington, Virginia.
So Amazon will be heading to the East Coast, which I think many of us kind of anticipated.
Yeah.
But we kind of were like, maybe they'll do something different.
Yeah, I think it was either going to be East Coast, right where they ended up, or potentially down in Austin with Whole Foods, or there was a good Chicago effort, but
there was,
I don't know if the city was really behind it as much as some of these other places were. So.
And the two potential cities, they are two of the trendiest metropolitan areas in the world. Certainly an interesting move from CEO Jeff Bezos, a man who is about to be awfully busy with his company's craziest stretch of the year, just around the corner.
Yeah, so as you said, gonna be a crazy holiday shopping quarter. I just wanted to run through the projections. You're taking all this data from the National Retail Federation. They do a very good job of getting everybody prepared for the holiday shopping period. They do an annual survey that looks at consumer spending plans for the November and December shopping period, which encompasses all the holidays, be it Thanksgiving into your late December holidays, we'll call it that, whatever you guys are celebrating, the traditional Christmas shopping season. And I will say this, they do a great job of projecting and tracking this stuff, and if anything, they tend to be on the kind of cautious or muted side of what ends up happening. So big numbers are ready, and then the consumers tend to get out there and actually beat what the NRF is projecting. So according to the NRF survey, consumers say they will spend an average of $1,007.24, just over $1,000 during the holiday season this year. That would be up 4.1% from last year's total. And then overall, the NRF expects holiday retail sales in November and December, excluding automobiles, gasoline, restaurants, to increase between 4.3% and 4.8% over 2017, bringing our total to between $717.5 billion and $720.9 billion. Holy cow, that's a lot. That 4.3 to 4.5% range for the growth is also above our 5-year average increase of 3.9%. So not just a historic year, but growing at a faster pace than we've seen recently. Definitely really interesting data there from the NRF. Couple other things again, all credit to the NRF here. They release a really awesome report every year. They have a holiday shopping headquarters kind of on their website with all the information you can need. NRF this year cited near all-time high consumer confidence, low unemployment, and recent increases in take-home wages as reasons this holiday season could be as crazy as we're describing. The NRF also said that retailers are ready for the craziness, having imported record volumes of merchandise ahead of tariffs in order to keep prices low. So they saw it coming, and they got out in front of the new tariffs.
They had their crystal ball out. So another thing that could impact some of these projections are some new shopping experiences and how customers are actually like going into the stores and like purchasing the product. So not only so I don't know if you've got into a store and like purchased like a sweater like through like an iPod.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically
They have those at Old Navy.
At Old Navy, they have them at Nordstrom Rack. It's like an omni-channel initiative.
Yeah.
More, it's like the broader, I think, retail term. Gap, the broader Gap Inc. has it. A lot of stores do it now. But it's really cool. It makes getting in and out during busy holiday times much easier. So you're not waiting in the long lines forever. But, the season won't just be a busy one. It'll also be a modern one. So these new experiences and platforms are becoming a big trend. But one company that is getting into the retail gig that I didn't even think would be possible, and that's just maybe me being naive, is Facebook all of a sudden. So they're coming up with pop-up shops this week. And the social media company, they opened kiosk in 9 Macy's stores to highlight small businesses and online favorites. And I wonder if one is in Chicago.
They're at the marketplace at Macy's, or markets at Macy's, something like that is what the type of store that they're called. So if we have one of those, I think we might.
I'll have to keep
I don't know if the first 9 or what, if one is around here.
My ears and eyes open. But we did cover this partnership when it was announced, but we finally saw exactly what it is going to look like just a few days ago. The Facebook pop-ups were rife with familiar, trendy brands like Bespoke Post and Love Your Melon.
Yeah.
So
I remember when we first covered this that they said, we're going to bring these online brands or these small businesses that are popular with digital shoppers. I kind of didn't really know what that meant. But then they crop up and it's like, Love Your Melon. And I'm like, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So something Facebook would know is probably super shareable and trendy on their platform. Still not really sure how I feel about a big Facebook logo on a kiosk in the middle of Macy's, but
we'll find out.
But I digress. Still, though, as cool as, or as strange and new as Facebook and Macy's or these skip the line, just check out with an iPad type of initiatives are, it's not all innovation this year, which I find very interesting. Some are even reverting back to the old tricks, which some of us, me included, thought were long dead. And I'm talking about the catalog, the old printed ink and paper catalog. And I'm talking about Amazon this year is shipping its first ever printed holiday toy catalog to millions of customers. Coming out this month, it's called A Holiday of Play. It's 70 pages long. There's QR codes for many of the products, so you can just presumably whip out a QR reader and boom, it'll take you right to where it is on Amazon.com. So I guess it's not completely old school. It's got some innovation in there as well. And of course, for me, I think back to when I was a kid and a similarly sized and similarly exciting toy catalog published by a one Toys R Us would arrive at my house every
R.I.P.
holiday shopping season. So this, I think, is probably taking the place of that. I remember very fondly every time the Toys R Us catalog would get there, my brother and I would each get one. We would sit there and just circle things and then give it to our parents. With Toys R Us gone, you lose that experience. Boom, Amazon's right there to fill it in. Which, as an aside, this whole Toys R Us is gone thing isn't going to be a factor this holiday shopping season.
Who's gonna get those customers? Who's gonna get that revenue?
Definitely, I feel like Amazon.
Well, Amazon
right already kind of did take a lot of their customers, and that's why Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore. But I think it's Walmart. I don't want to be completely wrong about that, but they're doing like little kiosk pop-ups with Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us. So he has risen.
Risen from the ashes.
Yeah, like a phoenix. But I also read something this week that Best Buy is increasing its toy collection with the direct goal of snagging some of that Toys R Us business during the holiday season. So maybe more in the vein of like the Funko toys or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But Amazon doing its best Toys R Us impression with this printed catalog. And I also wanted to note, on Monday of this week, Amazon announced that it was getting rid of its $25 minimum purchase requirement for hundreds of millions of items during this holiday season. So if you're a Prime member, you probably have no idea what that is, because you get that juicy 2-day shipping regardless. But a lot of the other items, if you're not shopping Prime, they still have that old school $25 minimum thing, no longer for the holiday shopping season. And as we'll get into in a second, a lot of companies are doing these juicy deals, these forget about the minimums, here's your free 2-day shipping, you don't need a membership.
Right.
Have fun this holiday shopping season, just make sure it's with us. And one of those is a key competitor for Amazon, a key competitor for Walmart, and that is Target. As we move into away from the news and into some recommendations, Maddy, Target, one of our top picks for the holiday shopping season.
Yes, Target. So they're Zacks ranked number 2 buy right now. They're actually, I think, also opening an hour early on Thanksgiving than last year.
Or don't like it, I don't know.
I think it's 5 p.m. and not 6 p.m.
I kind of vibe with that we don't open on Thanksgiving energy, because
only a few. I think more retailers are doing that, but apparently not this year.
Not for the Target.
Not for Target. But so back to some more fundamentals. So they are Zacks ranked number 2 buy, and they're going to report its latest results in 2 weeks. Earnings are on track to improve about 21% from the year ago period, with the revenues projected to see 6.5% growth. So for the holiday quarter, analysts are only expecting those growth rates to reach 10% and 1% respectively. This could end up looking quite muted if holiday shopping is as busy as we expect it to be. But Target, TGT is their ticker, trading at a reasonable 16 times forward earnings, and has been one of the strongest major retailers all year. The stock has added about 30% in 2018. And I know last quarter, the company kind of blew it out of the park. They had a really great report all around, one of the best in a while. And additionally, Target has been doing all of the right things to improve the customer experience ahead of the holidays. It has made significant headway in the same-day delivery race by acquiring internet-based grocery delivery service Shipt. And it rolled out the Target Restock program that allows customers to shop essentials for next-day delivery. The company is also offering free 2-day shipping with no minimum purchase necessary during the holiday season, kind of mimicking or echoing Amazon's move there, Prime service. But Target, I mean, I follow this one blogger on Instagram. It's a Chicago-based blogger. Her handle is So Simply Sam. And I went to Target like today or yesterday, and she posted on her story like all of the awesome things you can get at Target for like home decor, like holiday decorating right now. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to go to Target immediately and get everything, and I need to put up my tree. I need to put up all of my Christmas decorations. I mean, it's just
I got that itch today too. I was just looking at decorations last night and have been really itching to get my.
But it's this type of thing about Target where the way they have their store set up now, and it's whenever you go in, and maybe it's just I'm the shopper that it works for, where I get sidetracked very easily by the new setup.
No, you can't be the only one. There's no way.
It's where because they have the shops within shops, where I'm just like I get in the shops within shops, and I'm like, oh my God, this pillow, this candle, this rug, it literally could work for my apartment. And every single way I put it in my cart, and I'm out the door $500 poorer. So this is how Target gets you, and they're just getting better and better and better at it. And this is one of their strengths.
Yeah.
It's one of their core strengths.
Yeah.
And like you said with like the toy thing, they're definitely ramping up in that regard. They're ramping up with, I think, with pretty much in every sector, in every section of the store, just from a personal experience.
Yeah.
I don't normally, but that's the thing, I don't normally shop online at Target. I like to go into the store.
Mm-hmm. But that was the point I was going to bring up is there's the things that you're mentioning that they're so good at and known for. I think they've only gotten better at over the last couple of years. And then simultaneously, they've caught up to their competitors with the things that they maybe were behind in.
Right.
With the shipped, as you mentioned, with the Target restock, as you mentioned, free 2-day shipping for the holidays. So, just as good as its competitors' options on that side of the business, and then potentially, an industry-leading in-store experience, or at least a segment-leading when you talk about these big box retailers like that, in terms of that customer experience, which we've all kind of associated with Target for many, many years, but it's really kept up with the times and is now. It feels very modern. It feels very clean. It's very fun to go to a Target these days.
It's always fun to go to Target.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if it's just us two, but I think that's part of the appeal.
Even when I was in high school, it's like there wasn't a lot to do where I'm from. So it's like, well, when we were bored, it's like, do we go to the movies or do we go to Target? And we would just wander around Target.
Oh no.
High school, I guess.
Wow.
Or drive around. That was what we did.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun things.
Yeah, that sounds like high school to me. All right, so that's Target, and those anecdotal experiences I think are supported by the fundamentals that you pointed out. And one of the things I think that was most interesting that you said was the estimates for the holiday quarter don't look crazy, especially in terms of revenue growth. So I think there's definitely a possibility for a lot of upside surprises there.
Definitely.
That's the same story that we have with our second pick here, which is going to be Kohl's.
Oh, yeah.
Also a number 2 buy, earnings in 2 weeks as well. Actually, same exact day, a little bit less than 2 weeks. We're looking for earnings growth of 37% and 7% for the to-be reported quarter. And then for the holiday quarter, as I mentioned, same story. Estimates have been trending upward, added 2 cents to the bottom line in the past month, but looking for earnings growth of just 15% and revenue growth of under 1%. So to me, that says room for upside surprises in the holiday quarter. Potentially, analysts have not connected the dots and realized that these stores are going to see a massive influx of customers for the holiday shopping season, or potentially not just underestimating the effect of that. In terms of the valuation, trading at 14.7 times forward earnings right now, PEG of 2.2. That's actually one of the more expensive mall-based department stores that you'll see.
Sure.
But it's because Kohl's has been outperforming a lot of its peers.
Yeah.
So people are willing to pay more for Kohl's. Shares are on the climb right now, up over 12.5% in the past month. But more so than that, it's doing all of these things that we're talking about so well that I think investors are willing to pay more for the stock. Just a couple examples of what it's doing for the holiday season specifically, really focusing on the rewards programs and offering special deals for loyalty program members. During Black Friday week, it's going to offer $15 in Kohl's cash for every $50 spent in stores and online. And it's also piloting a new Kohl's reward program. It's piloting in a bunch of cities around the U.S., which allows shoppers to earn Kohl's cash on every single purchase during the holidays. Listen, I love Kohl's Cash. My mom loves Kohl's Cash.
Well, I will say
everybody loves Kohl's
their
Cash.
credit card is one of the most popular retail credit card programs. And that's probably not the right word, but like I think in the industry, most women in my family have a Kohl's credit card. I don't know if they use it a lot, but they have one, or they just have it open. They just have it open. They always have Kohl's Cash. My mom always has. It's like the Bed Bath & Beyond coupon in her purse.
Yeah.
She always has Kohl's Cash in her purse.
Yeah. You know, the best thing about Kohl's Cash is I can see it right now. Everybody knows Kohl's Cash.
Everyone knows Kohl's Cash. It's like the Kohl's credit card and the Macy's credit card, I feel like, are two of the most popular retail credit cards. So the fact that they are offering a reward program that you don't have to open a credit card for, I think that's really smart.
And it's doing the traditional things well, like we said with Target. So it's doing what it's been known for, which is that credit card, which, you know, all the mall-based department stores have their credit programs. That's a old school traditional thing with the business. But on top of that, same storyline here, it's doing the new things well too.
Yeah.
It's got a great mobile application. Get this feature. It's called Snap and Shop. If you are somewhere else, you can take pictures of products anywhere, and the Snap and Shop feature helps you find it at Kohl's or on Kohls.com.
Does it do price comparison too?
Yeah, of course it does price comparison. Of course you can see how much it costs. And so, yeah, they're saying, you want to buy that over there? You saw that at your friend's house? No.
You
come pay with it with your Kohl's Cash, which
it's
you
like,
know
it reminds
that you
me.
have.
It just reminds me of like a European salesperson or something. Like, oh no, you come shop here.
Oh yeah, so that's AI. That's machine learning. That's something. That's like facial recognition, times 10. That's crazy good technology.
And I want to say one point to your upside point about these holiday quarter projections is that I don't know if you go shopping on Black Friday, but I go shopping on Black Friday almost religiously every single year, and Kohl's and Target, Walmart, like those three are like stops that we always make, like my mom and I.
Yeah.
Bed Bath & Beyond, like the mall staples, like, so I feel like that is very correct that I think a lot of analysts are underestimating, I think, holiday quarter growth expectations. Just, I think, based on what the NRF is projecting, that I think the consumers are willing to spend some money this quarter, but also, I mean, I guess like personally, like Kohl's is always on the list for us to like stop in on Black Friday, even if we don't buy anything, but there's technically, there's always something to buy at Kohl's, but you know?
I'm trying to do the math here, and if you're telling me November and December shopping overall is going to be up 4 or 5%, maybe even higher than that if things come in robustly, but then Target is going to be an attractive destination for many of these people, and Target.com is probably going to see its holiday shopping sales increase at a similar pace to what the overall rate of change is.
Yeah.
That seems to follow logically. And if November and December shopping is up in the 4 or 5% range, and you're telling me overall the November, December, and January quarter is actually going to come in less than 1% for Target, I'm looking at January is going to have to be down significantly to make that math work out, or the estimates are a little bit on the downside right now, and we're going to be in store for some positive surprises. And I think we could see some positive estimate revisions in this retail business after we get some of these companies reporting here, that the retailers all come in here at the tail end of Q3 report season. The big question with all of the companies so far in Q3 season, the Q3 report season, has been guidance. We've seen some industries with decent guidance, some whole corners of the market where we're starting to worry about their guidance. I personally think you're going to have a lot of management teams coming through and saying, we are ready for a huge holiday shopping quarter, and maybe we'll give the analysts a couple weeks to figure it out ahead of December.
It's a good point.
So I think that about touches it. We got you some holiday stock picks. We got you a tons of cool experiences and loyalty programs to go check out. We got the overall projections from the NRF. We even got where Amazon is going to be moving. Going to be busy a couple months for Amazon, that's for sure.
Yep.
That is going to do it for us this week. As a reminder, if you thought we missed anything, want us to cover a different story, or if you have any great deals, any Black Friday tips or tricks that you already know of. We haven't got all the Black Friday deals announced yet at all.
God, no.
If you got the inside scoop on any of that, shoot us an email, podcast@zacks.com. Or if you bought an Aldi cheese and wine and advent calendar, and we'll be willing to part ways with it for a generous cash offer. You can also check out all of our other exclusive audio content at zacks.com/podcasts. Remember to subscribe and leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts. Thanks again for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Zacks Friday Finish Line.